What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. Got some Eagles news here for you. This was last night, of course, after I got done my video. But funny enough, the video was about, will the Eagles sign every single All-Pro from these coaches we hire? And sure enough, we go ahead and we hire a linebackers coach in Bobby King, and you're going to hear it, Azeez Al-Shaair. Every time we hire a coach, you're going to hear how the Eagles have to sign or trade for. And if they don't, then Howie Roseman is a failure. Truly funny. But no, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to go out and sign and trade for every All-Pro that these guys have ever coached, but it is a possibility. I know a lot of Eagles fans get upset when, the players are friends or the coaches know each other. A lot of content creators attacking the Eagles players for that stuff. Look, this is just how football works. If they're familiar with each other, they're going to get jobs together. It's just kind of how it goes, and the same for the players. Now, this guy does not have any work with Vic Fangio. So most of the guys that we've hired so far have had work with him. So this is a different one, but he has actually spent time with Nick Sirianni over with the Chargers for a few years. So they are familiar with each other. Nick Sirianni obviously put in a good word with Vic Fangio there. And we had been talking to Joe Barry, who went to the Dolphins, and then Mike Caldwell, former Eagle, went to the Raiders. So missed out on those guys. Now we go ahead and grab this guy. And you could see, worked with the Cowboys for a year. I know a lot of people are going to say he can't be a good coach now if he coached for the Cowboys at one point. Ridiculous. But you see the Texans, he did a lot of work there. He went from assistant to an assistant linebackers coach to inside linebackers coach with the Chargers, then back to the Texans as an inside linebackers coach, then D-line coach for a year, and then the last couple of years with the Tennessee Titans as an inside linebackers coach. And I've had a couple of questions. What is an inside linebackers coach? And look, I can't force anyone to watch every show every day, but this is why I explain that basic kind of stuff. When you see this depth chart, the reason I show you the 5-man fronts with 12 starters here, obviously only 11 guys, but it's to give you an idea of what this defense is. And you can see only 2 linebackers listed. Now, the media, a lot of content creators, casual fans will not understand that, the edge rushers, Hassan Reddick, he is not an off-ball linebacker. He's not a middle linebacker. I know there's been confusion for the past few years that he's been here. This will be year 4 of running this style multiple scheme defense. And you still see the media, we're switching defense. We got to switch all this stuff. Nobody's switching anything. It's literally the same. I wish they would learn this basic stuff, but I'll keep putting the content out. I know you sickos love it, but you can see the edge rushers, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat. Those are your outside linebackers, your defensive ends. They're going to have different titles in different fronts. You're going to be moving guys around. They got to be versatile. I mean, I've obviously been talking about this is year 4 now. So, ridiculous that so many content creators trick people by just not knowing how anything works. But you can see here our linebackers. Now, you see the key at the bottom. Green means they're a free agent. Anybody in gray there is a reserve future guy. But the reserve future linebackers we got are outside linebackers. They're edge rushers. Brandon Smith, Terrell Lewis. They're, to me, depth behind Reddick, Smith, Johnson, those guys that, they're tweeners. But the off-ball guys, clearly only Van Sumeren and Dean are under contract. Now, I've heard a lot from the fans, really confused, think that the Eagles are not allowed to partake in free agency or the draft. I don't know where they're getting that, but we will be adding players. I don't know where that confusion comes from, but we will add linebackers, corner safeties, D linemen, all of the above. So, yeah, that stuff will be coming. But right now, you're just adding coaches. So you'll either have, this team is doomed or we're signing every All-Pro. And again, wait for Azeez Al-Shaair. I guarantee you, you'll be hearing that name. But you see here, these are the coaches so far that Sirianni has added. And you can see the OC, Kellen Moore, only has Doug Nussmeier as quarterbacks coach. But then Vic Fangio, he's got a D-line coach in Clint Hurt, an inside linebackers coach in Bobby King, and then Parker and Casper. And presumably Parker with the corners, Casper with the safeties, Parker possibly the passing game coordinator or specialist. Once those titles, get verified, I will let you know all about that. But Bobby King, the new linebackers coach. And again, don't let that get you twisted. Inside linebackers just means the off-ball guys. So our actual linebackers, not the edge rushers. I know that really gets the media really twisted. And I know this is year 4 of trying to help them, but if you guys see them out there confused, make sure they watch that defensive video. I'll post it down below in the comments so people could start learning. I know this is year 4, so maybe I don't know what the lag is there, but we're going to get these content creators and other people catching up that this is a defense that run odds fronts, even fronts. So 3-4, 4-3, that's what you're going to hear, but it's way more complicated than that. Check out that video I'm going to post in the comments. It will help all you content creators. It will help all you fans understand and be able to tell other people how this stuff works. But if you enjoyed this content, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. You can always subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you up. As I said, that free agency show is coming, so we'll talk about. Now, I already did my stay or go. Clearly, a guy like him who worked with Zach Cunningham in Houston, maybe Zach Cunningham comes back, but don't worry. Next week, the free agency shows begin. Every position, you'll know all the free agents, where I think the Eagles should focus. So do not fear. But tomorrow, Fan Friday. But if anything happens in between then, I will be back. If not, you all have yourselves a fantastic day. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!